Thank you. Thank you.
Launch sequence activated.
Access granted.
Oi, oi! How you doing there, folks? Are you well? It's me. Do you recognise me? It's been a while. It's been far too long, in fact, kids. Look at all of you. You know what? I kind of thought being weird and early. I was like, no one's going to be here. It's fine, though. Seven's not feeling the sunlight. Yeah, no. What? It's the middle of the day, Seven. I mean, for you, it's like super early. But guys, thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate it greatly. My God, where to even begin? Firstly, did you like that little intro? Slick Mick, you bloody ledge. Thank you for all your help. I didn't even ask him for that. He was like, do you want a new intro? And I was like, yes. He's like, let me do some other things as well. So he's done a few other bits and pieces. It was pretty epic, wasn't it? Squidge, my God, how are you all doing? Are you all right? Thank you for being here. This is weird. How long's it been? Like, at least 3 weeks, hasn't it? Oh my God, let me catch up with you all here. There's a few things I missed. Thank you very much to Ben. Resub, 14 months. Ben! Oh, bloody... Oh, my God. 10 months for Squidge. My God, you guys. Squidge, I thought you were going away. I didn't think you were here. Or was that like the next time or the next day? Oh! Legion Cage. Scotty. Sween. Who else? Who else is here? Seven, of course. My God. And there's a bio just slip in there. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, bio. I'm very well. I hope you're all well. This crazy world. I kind of thought maybe the world would become less crazy. That's not happened, has it? Too long. Yeah, Seven. It's nice to, you know, what they say, absence makes the heart grow fonder. Or something like that. Yeah, it's season 2. You most of you are here for most of season 1 of the Iznib Show. This is season 2. I hope it's a long one. It was, you know, I need to sort a few bits out, tidy up. I'll tell you what the main thing was, folks. I just needed a little bit of a break, honestly. The past year and a half committing to playing the entirety of the main line Final Fantasy series. It was it's probably one of the most awesome experiences of my life. It sounds redundant. It sounds like silly. Oh, you streamed some video games. That was awesome. Your life must be pretty crap, bro. So jog on, whatever. It was. I bloody loved it, but as we're getting towards the end, I was starting to feel the burnout a little bit. Not for you know, the series and the love of the series. You know, like, too much of a good thing. Not even that. It just I hadn't had a break in like over a year. Basically, I'd been doing, you know, and I'd adapted like the schedule where there's a period where I was only like streaming 3 times a week. And then we were doing 4, and then we were doing 5, and then we were doing... But there was, like, no extended break at all. My God, you guys do me too much honour by being here. There's too much to address. I don't even know where to start. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I know it's, like, super early, so I guess we'll talk about the, schedule, and then what was going to happen going ahead. We shall see. Oh well. You're leaving this afternoon, Squidge. Well, I'm glad. I'm so very glad to have caught you, my dear. Before you head off, it's only for a few days, isn't it? So we'll see you back soon. Well, thank you, Slick Mick. Yeah. You know, when you're stuck with yourself forever, it's hard to get perspective on yourself, isn't it? So who knows? I feel like maybe towards the end of, you know, Final Fantasy 15, I was looking a bit raggedy, and maybe I seemed a bit tired, and maybe, you know, and that's not what the energy I want to put out on the Iznib Show. I mean, you know, you go in some streamers and they're like, "We are chaos," and it's just there's all sorts of crazy. We're not, no, we're not that. We're low key, but with effort and energy and good positive outlook and and you know what I'm saying. Swing, you get to work. We'll see you later. Thank you so much, Swing. You guys. Too good to me. You're back on Tuesday. Excellent. So you, I don't think we're necessarily going to be covering anything that will be like, so I shouldn't make any assumptions, should I, Squidge? I should not make any assumptions. Or we're not going to be doing anything that's got necessarily any dragons in between between now and next week. So you shouldn't miss too much. But thank you for being here, Squidge, and I hope you have a wonderful time. And we'll see you when you get back. In the angry corner with your blankie. Well, yeah. What are you angry about, Seven? What's going on? Last I spoke to you, Seven, I got the impression things were a little bit better than they have been. Well, am I incorrect in thinking this? Let me know. Yeah, great timing. Well, here's the thing. I don't know what's going on. So, guys, some of you know the thing that I have been working towards for the stream for the past little while has been soundproofing this room with the aim of being able to do later streams into the evening. Now, I've somewhat soundproofed this room, sound dampened this room, and it's definitely made a difference. Even to myself in here, it seems quieter. But I think it was a week Sunday. I was having a chat with Sleight of Game late in the day, and yeah, it's not quiet enough. And I wasn't being loud. I was just speaking at the volume I'm speaking at now. Unfortunately, my brother could still hear me talking in the middle of the night, so it's no bueno. Which sucks. I had a little chat with Optimus Crime the other day, and it does throw a spanner in the works, because the reason of being streaming, later into the day, yes, people like Squidge and Red Mage, and other lovelies over this side of things, planet, sphere, ball of rock, would miss out on that. But it would make my the show and myself just more present, more available on the Twitch platform, and also maybe on Discord, open up collaborations with other streamers, and just make myself generally more available to the community later in the day when the community is more active, and it's busy, and you can get in the mix a bit more. That's not going to happen though. Now, I could get some more sound panels and because basically I've covered the whole ceiling and a few on the walls. I don't think it's going to be enough. I think even if I completely blanketed the whole of the interior of this room, it just wouldn't quite be enough, unfortunately. And I don't think I'm that noisy, but I guess I am somewhat noisy. But for the longevity of the channel, I need to stream more. You guys know that I am attempting to do this for a living. And when I look at the successful streamers, they stream a lot. Like, lots of time. Just lots and lots of time. So, if I can't do late, I've got to do it early. That's why we're here. So going forward, let's go. How you doing? This is the new start time, buddy. 7, at least more stable. Yeah, that's something, isn't it? And you told me this. You take what you can. Yeah, look, it's bouncing around. But it's like... I don't know. Bless him. I feel like maybe it was just the timing of it was that because he hadn't gone to sleep yet. Like maybe if I'd started making noise after he'd gone to sleep, that would have been okay. But it is what it is. It is frustrating, Scotty, because I had things lined up with Scotty, and in terms of like one-offs, if it's like a one-off event, then yes, I can make provisions to be available late or in the evening in America. But it's not something I can do on the regular, unfortunately. It is what it is. So I just have to be here during the daytime, my time, super early morning for a lot of you guys, and just come what may. Just see what comes of it. You get some work done, Scoop. Good on you. Good on you. Hold on a minute. Ben, what the... You haven't slept since Saturday at all. I think you should probably go to bed, Ben. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Scotty. That's the plan. That is the plan. Then I can just do whatever. It's funny how the way it works out. But it is, look, it is what it is. You work with, you know, you got to work with what you got. What have you got? Don't stress about, oh, if I had this or if things were like this. Well, they're not like that. They're like how they are. So you got to do the best you can do with that. So in an effort to do that, this is what we're doing. So to alleviate my evenings a little bit, so, you know, and I feel that I'll probably have a better showing. So rather than doing one long stream, like starting now and going for 9 hours, I'm basically going to take a break. So we're doing 2 streams per day. So there's a regular days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday. We'll have an early stream starting now, morning time or early afternoon for you guys, depending where you're at. At the minute, I'm scheduled for 3 hours. I might switch it around, though. So at the minute, it's 3 hours. So we'll go to from 1 till 4, my time. Take a 2-hour break. I will eat my dinner and do the dishes, basically, and just sort out any other bits and pieces I need to. So I haven't got to do that, like, late in the night after, you know, after the final stream. And then we'll do our usual stream of 4 hours between 6 and 10, my time. And we shall see what happens. What is going on, Ben? See, I would think if you're ill, you got a cold, that would knock you out. It seems like that's what you might be needing soon, Ben. You might be needing one of those soon. Yeah, I don't know how it works. I've heard about melatonin, but yes, I have definitely heard that you can build, like any substance or drug, you can build up a tolerance to it. No worries. Thank you, Squidge, for being here. We shall. Oh my god. Did ya? We didn't need to do that, Squidge, at all. You did not need to do that, because you already subbed. I'll look at that later. Yeah, I've set up a Patreon, guys, which Squidge is my very first patron, which I don't really deserve. I feel like I should be her patron, because she is an artist who does actual things worthy of having patrons. I'm just here on your device screen, running my mouth. It's not exactly art, is it? But it is what it is. Oh damn, Slickmate. Well, I'm sure you'll smash through it, buddy. Well, thank you, Bio. How are you doing, sir? You all right? Interesting. Ah, okay. So it's like not like knockout pills. It's weird, something to do with his circadian rhythm or something like that. I don't know. Interesting, Seven. I don't know anything about it really. I do know that I was having real trouble sleeping. Like this was quite a while ago. Must be over a year ago. And my mum was like, "Oh, here you go. Your stepdad takes these every night." I can't remember what it was. I wish I remember. Some kind of pills that are supposed to knock you out. So I took them, and they did get some kind of reaction. I did get some kind of reaction out of them, but they I was like, it made my body have less energy. It made my body feel tired. It wasn't like I was expecting to be like, oh, I'm so sleepy. Can I barely keep my eyes open? No, it wasn't like that at all. I don't know what it was. I wish I could tell you, but damn. Well, you know, look at a silver lining, Mick. That's all we got. Hey, tell us. Yeah, Bio. Last time I spoke to you, buddy, you said you were going for interviews and stuff. What's this new job you started? It's gonna be something technical that I don't understand. Right, yeah. I don't think it was melatonin what I was given, but yeah, that wasn't what I was expecting. You know, like I've never taken like sleeping medication or anything like that. But I would, if I did, I would want it to be like pop it. 10 minutes later, I'm yawning and like I can't keep my eyes open. What is going on here? Bio, what are you doing here, buddy? Checking some gift subs around. 5 gift subs, is that? You just chucked out, bro. You need to do that. You need to do that at all, sir. Jeez Louise. Legion Cage, Spectacle Cat, Ruse, Duct Tape, my buddy Kenny, and Video Game Fan Girl, massive fan of Final Fantasy 15. Bio, thank you so much, Bo. That's you didn't need to do that at all. I'm just glad to have you here. Well, thank you so much. Well, Bio, as fellow streamer, if there's anything I'll do for you, buddy, there's nothing I can do practically, but if there is, let me know. Legion Cage, don't worry. Don't apologise. I'm glad that you're here-ish. I'd rather have you here-ish than not at all. But even if you don't want to be here, Cage, that's fine. So what are you working on? Because I know with your work schedule, this is like early morning for you, isn't it? You must have just gotten up and you're like chilling, doing stuff in preparation for when you'll go to work in a few hours' time. Well, thank you so much, buddy. Bless you, Bio. Yeah. Well, thank you, Sleep Mick. I don't know if that's good enough, but what else? Right, yeah. So that is the plan at the minute. Part of me feels, should I actually switch that around? Do 4 and 3? Would I get more energy? Or I don't know. Oh my god, Akuna Matata. Get banned. That's kind of cheeky, isn't it? Because Akuna Matata is a wonderful phrase, and it does mean no worries, and all that. So, you know, being a bot that's trying to sell follows, it's a bit cheeky, isn't it? It's like calling yourself really awesome dude, when really their name should be like scum of the earth. Oh, is that what he actually is, Scoo? I guess 7. You don't have kids, do you? Is that something you feel like you're missing out on? Y'all know me. I don't have kids, and God, it's good. it's good that I don't because, God damn, I can barely look after myself. But although they do say that nobody's prepared for parenthood, and like it's like a switch that clicks on when you suddenly become a parent, and it's like your brain shifts. Some inherent instinctual, instincts kick in, and you just start doing stuff and act in certain ways that you just literally didn't before. It's like it's like almost like you don't have a choice in the matter. It's just some kind of like brain awakening. Oh, it's a Pokemon version. Oh, of course, Kakuna and Rattata. Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course, Scoot. Pokemon may be in the future of this channel, we shall see, but it's not up to me. Oh, damn! Bio, that sounds amazing, bro. It's not only is it flexing your technical expertise, it's not... You're doing something that is, like, worthwhile as well. Not that, all technical stuff is worthwhile, but it's, like, one thing if you're just, like... You can see the fruits of your labour. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not like if you're just, like, a coder and you're just writing code all day, every day, and you don't really see... It, you're just writing code for some software that's part of some other thing that does some other thing that makes some corporation some money. I mean, if you got, you got the know-how and you're gonna do that to pay your bills, so be it. But if you're doing something that, kind of has a tangible benefit to other people, I can definitely see that being rewarding. There you go, 7. So you. What? Oh my god. Let me have a little look at this quickly. Oh damn! That's rather cool, Mick. That's rather cool indeed. Yeah, good on you, Bio. I respect that greatly. So yeah, let's hope that lasts a while and you thoroughly enjoy that. But that's the thing, Mick. If you're gonna have kids, some people say you shouldn't spoil them too much, but God, life is crazy and short. I think it's better to, as long as they're raised well, which I know they will be with you and your missus, but as long as I think being too harsh or being too nice, I think it's better to be slightly too nice. You know what I'm saying? We got tease out of the way, folks. Right, what else? So that's the schedule at the minute. Our 5 regular days, 1 until 4 my time. Well, obviously my time. I'm not going to translate that into Eastern. You can or Pacific. You can do it yourself. Take a 2-hour break and then do what has become our regular 6 till 10. And hopefully I'll have the energy. I've fixed my sleep schedule. I've been going to bed much earlier over the past week or so, 2 weeks, I guess, and I'm getting up earlier. Back on season 1, I was literally waking up at 2 in the afternoon, wandering around, shoveling breakfast in my face, jump in the shower, and then getting ready just for that late stream. But now we're not doing that now. We're here nice and early. And look at that, sunshine as well. Just for 7, because she loves it. So yeah, what else? So I've tidied up the panels. They're nice and tidy. Feel free to have a look at those if you like. You don't need to. I've changed up the channel point redemptions. I've got rid of a bunch of stuff. I've reduced the cost of guiding the raid. We've still got our VIP redemption, if anyone wants that. We've still got our over 9,000 for the flex leaderboard. Everything else is that I felt was peripheral. Even the silly things, even when I was doing like the pirate voice and stuff like that, I just felt that although very, very amusing, I'd rather that stuff was just like more spontaneous. Wouldn't it be far more amusing, me hearties, if it was a little more spontaneous than, you know, requested with a redemption? Not because it wasn't funny. We had some hilarious redemptions for specifically from Maleggio, and we would it was, you know, if we were like in the middle of something, it would kind of take us out of it a bit. We'd have to like stop and do that, and then, you know, that's the thing, Meek. The pirate's not gone. The pirate is always here. There's a little pirate in all of our hearts. It's just it sounds naive and silly. I'm trying to become something. I'm trying to make the channel become something, which we all are. If you're here and you're a streamer, that's what we're all trying to do. Of course, that's what we're trying to do. But rather, I feel there's a lot of people who look around at what other people are doing, as you should. You should. Well, first and foremost, you should be yourself and do your own thing, and do whatever is best and natural to you. And be true to yourself. Always, 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 always do that. But if you have got your sights set on a particular like level you want to get to, look to those people. Don't copy what they're doing, but observe what they're doing. Now, none of the big streamers like have redemptions where drop everything you're doing and now do a little thing. You know what I mean? They don't have any of that. You may notice I've also gotten rid of I've got our alerts still. I want those on screen, but we've gotten rid of like the recognition, the hype boss. Recognition of for stuff is on the panels. It's not on the stream. I don't feel it really adds anything. Because you've got to think psychologically on some level. If you've got a little thing that says, latest donator, latest subscriber, latest bits. On some level, even if you're not aware of it, you've got that there. You know, in the hopes that someone might think, if I do X, Y, or Z, I can have my name on the stream for a little bit. Does that make sense? So in a way, it's not like I'm trying to nickel and dime people. That's not the intention, nor is it of anybody else who does this. But in some roundabout way, that is kind of so, like with the hype boss as well. The hype boss is there with the hit points, where you're hoping that somebody is gonna kill the current hype boss with a monetary donation to become the new hype boss to get their name on the stream. Does that make sense? So I was just going to get away from that a little bit. At the end of the day, I do want people's support, but I want them to do it because they want to do it, not because they're trying to get some kind of clout on my stream. And not to say that anybody has ever done that, but it just kind of removes that psychological presumption. There we go. On my end and on everybody else's end. Does that make sense? It's just gone. It doesn't need it. One recognition is on the panels, you know. VIPs are down there. Anyone who chooses, we'll talk about the Patreon in a second, to sign up for that, you get recognition down there if they want. They certainly don't have to. We've got the Flex leaderboard down there. And we've got the recognition to our channel moderators. And special thank yous to whoever is... I feel specifically needs an extra call out for that. I feel that's enough. You know, and if someone's thinking like, well, in that case, I don't want to give you these 100 bitties, then is. Well, that's fine. You keep them because there was some psychological trick there in why you want to give them in the first place. So it's better for you to not do that, and it's better for me for you to not do that, if that makes sense. Sorry, there's my little spiel there. If you can be Batman, be Batman. But that's the thing. Only one person can be Batman, Seven, and that's Batman. Unless you look to Hollywood recently, then apparently anybody can be Batman. Yeah, exactly, Slick Mick. And it's not to say anybody would do that. I've never done that. But it's like it removes that potential supposition that could be the case. I don't know if that makes any kind of sense. Good point, Scoo. How many people have been Batman? A lot of people have been Batman. So I have not... Who's seen the new Batman movie? I have not. I've heard a couple of people say it was very good. I've heard more people say it was actually kind of just trash and a waste of existence. I don't know. Sparkly George Clooney. Do you mean the is it Robert Pattinson? Is that his name? Yeah, I always do that, Slick Mick. I'm pretty good at that. I don't let hype get to me. I also don't let negative other people's negative opinions affect me. I will look at something objectively from my own point of view. But I am a fairly harsh critic. This yeah. Well, he's got a bad rap, hasn't he, Seven? Because he was the Twilight kid. He was the Twilight vampire. Now, I don't know anything about the Twilight movies or books, but my understanding is it's trashy romance that's sexed up with vampirism. And the target audience is adolescent females. Not that anyone should judge if anyone's into that. So it's hard to take a role like that, play it for several years as your first major role, and not get typecast. Especially when it's literally the complete Batman is the complete opposite of that. It's not like this, sparkly, vampire lad is not adjacent to Batman. Batman's on the other end of that, the extreme end of that spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and in fact, I saw Scotty's review in the Conflux, getting the Conflux if you're not already there, of the movie, and I'm sure there is a lot of our appreciation of various artworks in terms of movies and TV shows that myself and Scotty would have a lot of divergence in. I'm sure there's things he loves that I have no time for, and there's things that I love that he has no time for. But I know he's a very thoughtful, well thought out gentleman who is very open-minded. So when I see Scotty say, "Oh my God, this is absolute trash," I feel that I'd be if I watched it and thought it was amazing. I would be shocked. Do you see what I'm saying? So was that part of the main issue, Scotty, that you feel Robert Pattinson was himself as an actor did not make a very good? He was a bad choice to play the role of Batman. Batman's supposed to be. Batman was always. I'm technically wearing a Batman t-shirt at a minute and Batman mug. Do you know what I mean? It's I guess I fell off. But I was when I worked at the library, they had the graphic novels and comic books, which nobody read apart from me, because superheroes and comics they were not popular in the early noughties. Do you know what I'm saying? That's only been on the rise of Marvel in the past few years that stuff's become popular. Back then, nobody had an interest, but I did because I'm a nerd, And by far and away, my favourite superhero of the ones I got to read about was Batman. For various reasons. just the character, and also kind of the setting of Gotham City, the dark grittiness of it. And a lot of the stories I found more interesting. This like seems to be like not higher stakes in terms of the world ending, but like Superman would have to like save the world or save the universe or whatever, but he'd be fighting like superpowered aliens and superpowered robot creatures and things. You know what I mean? Batman just felt more like gritty and real and dark, and that was far more appealing to me. But I don't know. Batman is supposed to be the world's greatest detective, and he's supposed to be one of the, because he doesn't have superpowers, he's just a human, but he's supposed to be like a physical specimen, and he's supposed to be one of like the top 10 martial artists in the world. Those three things combined. So when you're choosing your actor, I feel like, can you look at this guy and be like, I can imagine this guy is one of the all those things rolled into one. And if that's not the case, then is that bothering you, like on the screen, or you mean it's bothering you, Cage, because it's different? Which because you used to see me in my little cave and it's all dark and stuff. Which of those factors is bothering you? We can it's weird. I can always close the curtain. I just opened it because I was like, oh, let's get more light in here as it's daytime and stuff. I can we can always block it out. But if it's just because it's different, then we'll leave it. But if it's because it's actually offending your eyes, then I can get rid of it. Interesting, Scotty. And I know you've got an eye for character. Definitely, you are a storyteller yourself, and you can create and write characters. And yeah, that's the thing. Batman, Bruce Wayne has, he suffered trauma, and then he, mental and emotional trauma as a young lad, and then he took that, and made a resolution essentially that he was going to dedicate his life to a cause. He you could say he has PTSD. He may even suffer from depression. But he's not moody. He's not moody at all. Do you know what I mean? He's angry. He's aggressive. In Batman, when he's this running thing in the comic books where it's often brought up where his enemies and his allies often say, look, Batman isn't the alter ego. Bruce Wayne is. Batman is Batman. Bruce Wayne is who he used to be. That's the person he pretends to be. Bruce Wayne is his disguise, not the other way around. And Batman is a hard ass. He hasn't got time for people who are weak. He hasn't got time for people who can't pull their own weight. There's certainly been instances where he's treated like, all of the Robins quite harshly, and he hasn't really been very kind or pleasant to them. Maybe he should be a bit more. But I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Bruce Wayne is affectation. Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay. It's not just me then, Seven. I usually go with that. I don't even usually open that curtain because it's like by the time I'm up and about, it's like, oh, see if I'm sitting here, it's like I've got, apart from when we're streaming now, I've usually got light glaring off the screen, so I just keep it closed. So it doesn't really matter. But yeah, usually I don't even bother opening my bedroom curtains, Seven, because I'm only in there to sleep. So it's like, what's the point? Right. Yeah, it's hard to pull off Batman's voice, isn't it? Twigsy! How you doing, young Twigsy? You all right, bro? I hope you're well. It's morning for you, isn't it? Are you at work? I've missed you too, bud. Are you all right? It's been a while. It's been a hot minute, but I am returned. The first day back. We're back later. And we're back tomorrow. And then we're back Saturday and Sunday and stuff. So I should probably get into... I hope you're well, bud. I hope everything's going well. I suppose we get into this, like, the schedule and what's going... Well, I've told you the timing of the schedule. So today... So basically, people have, like, you know, many people have said, oh, is what you're doing after the Final Fantasy series is done? What have you got lined up? What's going on? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? And I've got a long list of things that I could do. But it's kind of like deciding what order to do them in. I feel that spending a year and a half doing the whole of the mainline Final Fantasy series, I kind of proved a point. You know, not most people on the platform don't even know me, I exist, or know that that happened. But it's part of history now. You guys were here. You guys knew it happened. I was here, obviously. It's part of the legend of, you know, the history of the channel now. But all, you know, much like in life, all things move forward. Everything goes, you know, goes onwards. You good? Aye, Twigsy. I'm pretty good, bud. I needed a little break, and we've tidied up a few bits and pieces on the channel. Welcome to the Iznib Show, Season 2, sir. Let's see what the Season 2 holds in store for us. So anyway, I've drawn up a little list of primarily video games, also other activities, of things that I could, you know, we could do on stream. And today, I've just chosen Castlevania Symphony of the Night. That's going to be our current game. It's a pretty short game. And I'll talk a bit more about it when we get into it in a second. If we do, maybe we'll just talk for the next little while. That's fine either way. We'll do whatever, won't we? That's how we do, yeah. On the Iznib Show. That's what we're doing, whatever we want. So in an effort, like, someone mentioned this to me several months ago, like, you should set up a Patreon, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, I should, but it's this old conundrum of, you know, the viewers, the community, you guys, you're not like random people, you're literally my friends. Now, there's one thing asking randos for money, but you can't really, I'm not comfortable asking my friends for money. On the flip side of that, you know, although I love streaming, I'm literally trying to make something out of, which, you know, some people say that's naive. It is, you're silly, you're naive. I don't know. I reckon through sheer longevity, I could keep this going. And I'm not trying to be like the next Ninja or Dr. Disrespect. If I could just live, I just want to live. That's what we're going for. Get your lunch, Scoo, and enjoy it, buddy. That's what we're going for. And I wonder what Scoo's having for lunch. And we'll see how it goes. But needless to say, I've had to set up a Patreon. It doesn't. Well, Squidge signed up to it a minute ago, and I've no idea which of the tiers she went for. I shall check that in a bit. So even if no one signs up for it, at least the option is there. Now, some of you and some people in general have given gift subs and do like a sub and throw bits and donations and things. Anybody who's not familiar with Patreon or Twitch, you know, basically, roughly speaking on Twitch, definitely with gift subs and subs, 50% of that money goes to Twitch, 50% goes to me. The beauty of Patreon is I think it's roughly like 90% or high 80%. So if people are chucking, gift subs and bits at me, not because they want the recognition on Twitch, but because they're like, I like the show, I support the channel, I support you, I want you to keep doing this. Patreon is a better option. It's better for you, and it's better for me. So I'm not saying anyone sign up for it, but I'm just saying, if you're curious, go have a little look at it. I've got links down below, and just see what I've set up. There's basically, there's 4 tiers I've set up. You got your basic $1 a month. If you just want to go, yo, here you go. I respect you, buddy. Keep doing you. That's a token way to keep me ticking over, and would be greatly appreciated. The next tier up is essentially kind of to replace subs on Twitch. What I was going to a minute ago, if oh, thank you, Twigsy. That's basically anyone who's like done a gift, chucks a gift sub or subs, and you don't care. No, we've got our lovely Chocobo sub badges from Metapod. But if you're subbing because you just want to support me and be a ledge, and you don't really care about the emotes, you don't really care about the Chocobo sub badge, you just want to support me, the second tier is a good option, because you pay less money than subbing on Twitch, and I get more of that money. So it's better for me, and it's better for you. So that is an option there. With the 2 higher tiers, they are a lot of money. They're more than a Netflix sub. That's a big ask. I'm not asking anyone to sign up for that, but I want the option to be there. It's not for me to decide how invested you are in me and this the longevity of this channel. But those 2 higher tiers, I essentially, I'll make you a producer of this show. You can say that with pride if you want, or you can remain anonymous. The primary benefit of that is that you will essentially get to decide what we do here. So I know some people have, over the past year and a half, have gone, yo, I'd love to see you play whatever. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, I'll add it to the list. Can't promise when we'll get to it. This will give anyone who is invested enough the potential to literally choose what our games going forward will be. Or other activities, if you want to see me doing other stuff rather than just playing video games. Like I say, there's no pressure to do that. It's absolutely fine if nobody ever signs up for it. I just want it there as an option. And I would love, it kind of takes it out of my hands. Because at the minute, I'm like, I just had to choose Symphony of the Night today, randomly. I was like, oh, that's a good game that's on the list. Let's go do that. It's nice and chill, and it's not too stressful. And it's relatively short. It shouldn't take us too many streams to 100% it, basically. It's sort of definitely one of those games you want to try and 100% to get the full maximum enjoyment out of it. But, that is literally for people who, they want to go ahead and take charge and decide what is going on. Yeah, basically, Seven. Well, that's the thing. Like I said a moment ago, I'm here to have fun, entertain you guys, try and build a community, some online presence for you guys to rally towards. Not as not as an egotistical thing. Not like I'm not trying to build a cult of personality here. I'm just the guy on cam. See what I'm saying? You guys are equal to me here. Obviously, I'll get the final say on everything, but it's not about me. It's about the show, if that makes sense. But I am. You want to be a bloody ledge? You already are, Sky. OnlyFans to come later, maybe. So let me go into a bit more detail. So yeah, it should all be on the Patreon page there. If anyone isn't interested, wants to clarify any questions any details before you commit to that, please let me know. But to answer these questions, so yeah, Slick Mick, is a Patreon sub better than a Twitch sub? It depends how you look at it. The Twitch sub is superior. Like if you're someone who's like, oh, I sub to Iz on Twitch, that's my contribution. The Patreon sub is that better. The Twitch sub is superior to you as a viewer because you get you have access to emotes and the sub badge. That's it. The Patreon sub is superior over the Twitch sub because it's less money for you and it's more money for me. So it depends what is important to you. If you want to save money and give me more money and you don't care about emotes and sub badges, then definitely feel free to cancel your Twitch sub and sub on Patreon. But there's certainly no judgment if people are like, oh, but I like emotes, and maybe there'll be some more decent ones to follow in the future. I know I've got so many empty emote slots, it's ridiculous. I need to do something about that, but one thing at a time, folks. Then and you're like, oh yeah, check out my rainbow chocobo. Then that is definitely important. So it's up to you. For me personally, yes, the Patreon sub is definitely superior. OnlyFans to come later. Slick Mick, people have joked about that. And it's certainly not like on the table at the minute. But I joked. Scotty was joking about this the other day. So never say never. Were I to get a certain level of Patreon, like consistently, like enough people signed up for it, who knows? Maybe I'll set that up. If not for you guys don't want to see me naked, doing disgusting, filthy things. But somebody might. But I don't have the time and energy and space to be doing stuff like that. But anyway, but yeah, Cage. I certainly can't ask you to do that, buddy. But yeah, anybody who is a producer, like, well, let me put it this way: if one person signs up for it, they now control the show, in essence. Garuda, how you doing, Garuda? You all right, bud? Thank you. Yeah, Twigsy. Do you mean if you sign up to the Patreon? Yeah, no, they're completely separate. You know, someone could sub on Patreon and also sub on a Twitch for like a double dose, if that is to someone's appeal. There's nothing is off the table. I'm just trying to create options before anybody does want to support me. And like I say, the biggest ways to do, you know, the most expensive way is the signing up as a producer on the Patreon, but it also gives you the most reward, essentially. You get to decide what we do here, in essence. Yeah, thank you, Slick Mick, and I appreciate that. But it's just a lot of people have kind of. It depends how they feel. They're more interested in the ecosystem of Twitch, the platform, than necessarily me. So it depends. It's up to you. Do you know what I mean? If you are someone who is invested in me and doesn't really care about my emotes and you don't really use them elsewhere, then it's definitely an option. No worries, Seven. You get that message to me later, my dear, and I should probably get to that shortly when we take our break in a couple of hours. If I was just doing like posing like that, Mick, I would definitely need to get in shape. Well, speaking about that, I have managed to work out a couple of times, twice. It's been too long. I basically slacked off all of this year, and now I'm back on it. Only once a week, on Fridays, and getting back on the horse is tough. My God. So I'm slowly building back up. I'm not back where I was. Whatever works, Scotty. That's the thing. You know what? Phoenix, how you doing, bro? Are you all right? Good morning to you, buddy. Yeah. I'm doing all right. How are you doing, sir? What's going on? How's life treating you? Sorry, let me wet my whistle here. So that is the state of play at the minute, folks. Obviously, any questions about that, please let me know. No pressure at all. I think it's very important that, you know, I'm just happy if someone is a viewer and they've never, never subbed, never chucked bees or any of that jazz. I'd rather have you here. That's all that. That's the most important thing. Let's put it that way. Excuse me. So yeah, Squidge did sign up. I don't know what level she signed up. I don't know if it's gonna tell me. Doesn't tell me there. Probably like log in. But I won't worry about that in a minute. So yeah, guys, I don't know what to do in terms of doing a 3, then a 4, or doing a 4 and then a 3. I guess we'll stick with the initial 3 and 4. So yeah, the last couple of weeks have been weird for me, readjusting my sleep schedule and all that. But it kind of feels good in a way to be awake during the day rather than the middle of the night. But it still seems strange going to bed when it's like not, or it's still like nighttime. But you know, it's fine. But guys, thank you all so much for being here. Give me this warm welcome back. I did think being this early in the day, I might have just been here on my own. But that is fine. None of that matters. You do me great honour. So I hope you're all doing well. And of course, trying to be, a voice in the community. If there's anything I can ever do for anybody, please just message me and I'll... You want me to have a word with your mum, your parents, or your kids, or your boss? I'm happy to do that. Whoever's getting on your tits, I'll give them a little verbal slap if needed. I'm happy to do that. That's a freebie there. That's a freebie there, folks. I don't know what's coming up, but I'm leaning more towards doing kind of we'll see if someone wants to take charge, but if it's on me, we're going to do like more shorter games and not really any big series because we've done a bit of that. But let me tell you this. You know that EBC 2021 there? Do you know him? Scotty, my friend, graciously mods for me. And really is an excellent voice on Twitch and does a lot of content that you won't find anywhere else. He is, without a doubt, over 9,000. Aren't ya? Scotty flexing away. Smartsy brain. How you doing, Smarts? You right? Let me get this flex on it up on here for young Scotsworth. He's done a few. He's done more than a few. Where are we at? So I moved all my stuff around, didn't I? Here we go. I've got it. There we go. Excellent. Thank you very much, Sky. I appreciate you very much, sir. Honoured to know you. Well, good morning to you, Smarts. Getting a haircut. I assume the wonderful colours are still going strong. But yeah, nothing to just trim, nothing too drastic, I hope. Or go wild. Do what you want. But yeah, how you doing, Smarts? Hope you're well. But guys, I think I've mostly covered everything and laid everything out what I've been up to, what I've done, and what we're going to be doing going forward. So, oh yeah, sorry. Other thank yous. Thank you to Lunar Droid and Catastrophe for the follows while I was on the break. That's always good. You get rid of the orange. Yeah, that's the only problem with doing your hair like really wonderful, like bright colours, isn't it? To get that vibrance, you got to go the bleach first. And yeah, it looks amazing, but bleach is actually terrible for your hair. So I've been told. So, you do you, smarts. You only live once. Make the most of it, whatever you want to do. Is that your message there, Seven? I won't look at it in a minute because I'll be distracted on while we're live. But I'll have a look at it in a bit, my dear. So yeah, the first chosen game of the extensive master list of video games that we have is that I've chosen as our first game Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's I guess you'd call it a cult classic. It was originally, I think it was released in this version says 97, so I'm going to assume 97. I think it was originally released on the Sega Saturn. A bit of a weird console because I've not only never owned a Sega Saturn, I never even played one. But then the game was, they decided to re-release it on the PS1, and I think that's where it kind of, had its, that's where all its cult following is from the PS1 release. I never played it back in the day, and I was never aware of it until many years later, and someone introduced it to me, and I was like, oh my god, how did I not know about this? This is amazing. So, I'm not really familiar with the Castlevania series. And it's a bit of a weird one. I know we've got retro gamers in the community, like Ingle Doom, he plays a lot of like the retro Castlevania. I know even Sleight of Game has like played the original as well, because Sleight of Game, he's playing every game ever. He's got to cover everything. And it's a bit of a weird one because you're like Castlevania. You mean like Transylvania? Yeah, they've literally just taken the word Transylvania and put castle in front of it. If we're honest, it's a bit of a weak naming convention, isn't it? It's a bit weak, isn't it? Castlevania. It doesn't mean anything. It's nonsense. But it doesn't matter because the games are excellent. What little few I've played, at least, and the series has a great, a very strong following and a lot of respect behind it. So roughly, what it is, you like Transylvania. Yes, it's taken the classic Bram Stoker's Dracula tale. Count Dracula, the vampire, from Transylvania, Eastern Europe. He's a vampire. We all know what vampires are. And they just basically, they took that story and they made it their own. They did their own interpretation of it, which is mostly about a family of vampire hunters called the Belmont family. And it's their story of fighting against Dracula. Pops up, cause some grief. One of their line defeats him. And then years later he returns, and like the son, the next Belmont has to step up and fight. And then there's many other peripheral characters who are involved in the overall story. I don't know the overall story that well, and it doesn't really matter. However, I'm not too invested in the story. It's more about the gameplay for me. And I've never played the retro Castlevanias, but Symphony of the Night, it kind of like opened up. If you look at the series, this is my understanding. You've got the retro Castlevanias. You've got the starting with Symphony of the Night, the middle stuff, and then you've got the more modern stuff. Now in the middle, rather than just being like 2D platformer action adventure, they introduced far more RPG elements. Now, if anyone's ever heard the term Metroidvania, I'm sure you've all heard it, even if not everyone is fully aware of what it means. The term is an amalgamation of Super Metroid and Castlevania, Metroidvania, taken to describe a very distinct style of gameplay. First demonstrated, I believe, in Super Metroid, and then the next game that I'm aware of that came along that kind of was greatly influenced by Super Metroid is Symphony of the Night. These two games are what define and give name to the genre of video games, Metroidvania. The name is taken directly from these two games. I've already covered Super Metroid on this channel, and is one of my all-time favorite games. So it's time that we look at the sister game, the improved game. Definitely different vibe, obviously, because we're going from Super Metroid is obviously sci-fi alien hunting, and we're going into fantasy vampire hunting. It was 7 got here. Oh, did I get that wrong, 7? Did it actually come out on the PlayStation first? And then came out on the Sega Saturn afterwards? Oh, interesting. I didn't realise that. I thought it was the other way around. Interesting. I wonder if they did that on purpose in, like, they were like, oh, look at this super popular game. Let's port that onto our Sega Saturn, because, the Sega Saturn needs something, doesn't it? Yeah, that's why people bought the Sega Saturn, because, like, why else would you buy it? No reason. There's no reason to buy a Sega Saturn. That I'm aware of. I'm not hating on it. I just don't know anything about it. And if someone says to me, what are the awesome games on the Sega Saturn? I'm like, what even are any of the games on the Sega Saturn? I don't know. Nobody knows. But seemingly this was one of them. So thank you for that correction there, 7. I learned something today. Is that right, Phoenix? Okay, so they did actually add extra stuff into the game. And are you a fan of this, Phoenix? I'm sure you are. I'm surprised if you hadn't played this. Symphony of the Night is considered a cult classic. So, like I say, it's directly inspired by Super Metroid, that style of gameplay. But aside from the setting and the story, they do add an extra dimension of kind of RPG mechanics. You get experience points for killing monsters. You level up. The character's stats you get more hit points. You get stronger. And there's also a hell of a lot more items to get, and far more flexibility in weapon types and play style in Symphony of the Night over Super Metroid. The main character's a guy called Alucard, which is, I'm sure most of you know, is Dracula backwards. Alucard is, in fact, the son of Dracula. He's half vampire, half human. But he doesn't get on with his dad. He thinks his dad is a scumbag. In this iteration, it's Alucard, not one of the Belmonts, Alucard, who is going to slap his dad. Is that right, Phoenix? I'll recommend it. You get around to it at some point, because I know you've got an eye for like retro stuff. I think the thing I love about Metroidvania is it's a 2D platforming, but you've got exploration, you've got items, you've got a story. It's like the whole package. You can't really ask for more in a retro game, or even a modern game, than Metroidvania. So I think I've done the spiel about my love of this game. We've got a little over an hour and a half, and then we'll take a 2-hour break and come back with part 2 in a little while. But an hour and a half is definitely enough for us to get into the game, show you the opening and what is going on and stuff. No need for anyone to stay. If you've got stuff to do, you want to do a lurk, or you want to be back here later for part 2, or you're not, that's absolutely fine. That tea has gone right through me though, and I've been running my mouth for well over an hour now, almost an hour and a half. And I need to pee. So we're going to take a short break. And then we'll get back and dive right into Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I'm very excited. It's been a hot minute since I've played it. Excellent game. Anyway, bear with my lovelies. Be right back. Turn on the mic certainly helps a little bit. Yeah, I even closed the curtain for Seven and Cage, so they were freaked out by it. And yeah, it's actually a bit cozy, I guess. So it's an experiment. I guess we won't bother with it in the future. Not that it was really adding much to me. We still got, still got light in here. Right, am I lined up there properly? Looks like I am. Cool. Yeah, we probably want some capture card sound. Let me see if I remember how to play this game. Oh, okay. For the series, that's a thing. Seven. I know they take a lot from Bram Stoker's Dracula and a lot from the mythos of the legends of Vlad the Impaler, the history, but then they put their own spin on it. So there's a lot to the story, but I'm just not really familiar with it. Thank you, Sky. I thought I'd just I was like, why have my face when you can have the whole thing practically? Now this particular setup will probably just be for retro games. Basically anything that is 4:3 aspect ratio. It's in a square rather than widescreen. Because I have always believed and will continue to believe that I think you should maximize the game on the screen. But if we've got a square, that means we've got a chunk on the right, or the left rather, of empty space. So what we're going to put in that? We're going to put me in that. All of me. We're going to put in that. So this will probably be our standard setup for anything that is retro, and anything that is more modern, full widescreen. I guess we'll just go back to having my face in a corner or on the side or something. You don't need the whole of me, but for let's give it a go then. So it's all very straightforward, I believe. Oh. Whatever that is. We'll start a new game. Now, obviously the main character is called Alucard, as I said. But as it's me playing, it's going to be Iznib, isn't it? Right, it just literally throws you right in the game. So this is not Alucard here. This is a guy called Richter Belmont. And this is essentially the end of a previous game, I am given to understand, in that because they just want to like show you the ending of it, so how it leads into the next game. So I don't know this game, Bloodlines, and I guess it doesn't really matter. It is his final confrontation with Dracula. But yeah, you already look at the graphics. To me, this is seems rather awesome, and the controls are simple. You move left and right, and you jump. You can also run. Do like a little double tap on the stick, and Richter's weapon, as I think is classic for the series, is he's got a whip, and you can also swing it around, which is pretty handy. I don't know if we're going up that way. I think we might be. I don't know. So I do know this game fairly well. But I don't. I call this stuff he's picking up. I don't think matters even slightly. Yeah, I don't think you can use any of this. Yeah, I don't mean to. That's a special move there. Didn't really need to do that, but that's fine. Lonk. 7, you sound like my good friend Joel. I think he's. Oh, mess around with my mic. I'm just trying to get in the right place, Scotty. I don't know where. It seems alright. It's just habit. You got, you know, like people who smoke, they've always got to like do something. But anyway, so you're probably looking at all these little hearts I'm picking up. Now, in most retro video games, or most video games in general, hearts are your life. In Castlevania, for some reason, hearts are not life. They are energy that power your special weapons.
Die, monster! You don't belong in this world.
It was not by my hand that I'm
Awesome
once
voice
again
acting.
given flesh. I was called here by humans who wish to pay me tribute.
Tribute? You steal men's souls and make them your slaves.
Perhaps the same could be said of all religions.
Your words are as empty as your soul. Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. This is true. So I don't know how. Oh, yeah, probably might get my ass handed to me here. Okay, I can block his projectiles there, but. Oh. I don't know how faithful this is to the original game's ending. I assume it's. I assume it must be very similar. Okay, I don't want to be getting slapped around like that. As you see, it's very simple. It's not my forte at all, but I don't think you can really actually avoid those larger projectiles. Can if you have some skill, probably. I'm about to die, but I think it's fine. I think this is just a formality. Okay. Random little lady comes in, powers us up. See, I'm sure there's some context for that with the previous game.
Thank you.
Who be this? Slick Mick. Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Slick Mick. I appreciate that, buddy. If you're sure you don't mind, obviously you will lose your chocobo and emotes and things, but cheaper for you, bud, and it helps me out more, so... Okay, I don't think you can die now. And I don't know if there's like an achievement or something for doing this with like skill. Yeah, it seems to be invincible now. Alright, Dracula's just whack him in the nuts there. Well, he does seem to have nuts.
No, it cannot be.
Now, honestly, that's just kind of like a gimme. There's yeah, I didn't do that with any skill. They just... I think it's interesting, though, that they... I wonder if there was ever a time in a video game prior to this where they put the end of the previous game at the beginning of the new game and let you play it. So I'm sure the original was not as simple as that, but it was Richter Belmont, the legendary vampire hunter, who succeeded in finally ending the menace of Count Dracula, Lord of the Vampires, who had been brought back from the grave by the Dark Priest Shaft. However, one night 4 years later, under the glare of a full moon, Richter mysteriously vanished. With no idea of where to begin her search, Maria Renard set out to look for him. It was then that fate intervened. Castlevania, the Castle of Dracula, which is rumored to appear once every century, suddenly materialized from out of the mist as if to show her the way. Meanwhile, powerful forces were struggling for the soul of a man named Alucard. The very same Alucard who had teamed up with Trevor Belmont to battle his immortal father, Count Vlad Tepes Dracula. Alucard, in order to purge the world of his own cursed bloodline, had submerged the vampiric powers and entered into what was supposed to be an eternal slumber, but now he is awake and aware of the evil once again at work in his homeland. The time has once again come for the forces of good and evil to engage in their ancient battle. Dracula's castle beckons for you, and no man can say who shall emerge victorious. Whew, just about got in. I think I could have narrated that slightly better, but my god, it scrolled rather quickly there. Yeah, Cage! Why have my face when you can have the whole thing? Castlevania, there we go. So, Dracula's castle only appears once every century. Alucard put himself to sleep, so he didn't want to be a menace to anyone, but his dad's woken up. So he's like, well, I've got to go deal with your dad. Here we are. It's all very simple. Here we are, playing as Alucard. So yeah, basic controls. He does have a little dodge backwards move, which is pretty handy to remember the rest of the controls. Here we go. You got a menu and stuff and stats and everything. You're like, what the hell? If I had the opportunity to eat some mushrooms, Scotty, you know. So yeah, it's all fairly straightforward. But I'll try and so you got your hit points and magic points and hearts. Now, of course, as I mentioned a minute ago, hearts power your special abilities. There's your current maximums. He's level 1 currently. And yeah, down the bottom left there you got XP and how much to the next level. Which I love that. I would have liked it in I wouldn't have been I'm an RPG gamer at the end of the day. So anytime I can have stats and XP and level up, I'm very happy with that. So we've got a kill count and a room count, which is interesting. I guess that's just for curiosities. We are going to try and clear the whole castle. Now monsters respawn, but you do have a map which you can uncover. Essentially, got the fog of war on it, so we would try and do that. His main stats obviously got strength, constitution, intelligence, and luck. So obviously, strength is going to increase how much damage he does with attacks. Constitution is his defense. Intelligence, I believe, that is tied to any like magical or special attacks. And luck, it definitely governs and may only govern drop rate of items from enemies. I think that's basically it. Equipment, yes, there we go. He's got all sorts of things. He's got his own sword and shield. There's something that's interesting about this is you literally equip. You don't have like a weapon slot and a shield slot. You have a left and a right hand, and you can put whatever you want in your left and your right hand. So you don't have to have a weapon and shield. You could do it the other way around. Or you could have 2 weapons or 2 shields if you wanted. You can do whatever you want. So you got a head armor slot, body armor slot, a cloak slot, and I believe, yeah, those 2 are accessories slots. One of which is empty at the minute. None that really matters to me. You also have relics. Now, relics we have none of at the moment. These are not equipment. They're something when you find, you permanently have, and you can switch it on and off, and it gives you some kind of passive bonus. Aside from maybe 1 or 2 things, I think once you find one, there's no reason to not have it switched on. But it's nice that it gives you the option there. And it looks like these are the settings here, which I don't think any of these actually matter. So let's get to it. Just want to test the shield out there. So that's something that is curious in this game. If you're holding a shield and you get hit, the shield goes like flying off your body. It looks weird, but it is what it is. Where to pull the map up? Is that the map? There we go. You probably can't tell much of that at the minute. So the map is superimposed over the game screen, and it does pause the game, which is handy. The flashing dot there on the bottom left. It's not really a dot, is it? It's not very clear either. That's where your current location, and essentially the whole map is split up into grids. The white line around it, that's showing a barrier. It's either going to be a floor, a ceiling, or a wall. You probably can't see it too well. Let's move over here a second. And you see on the right section there, got a little gap in that bold white line. That's a doorway to another section. Above, you see there's no white line. That means there are actually this space in this room above us, but there's currently no way to get up there. So we'll come back here later. The Spectacle Cat. How you doing? Thank you so much for the welcome back. Yeah, Bio came in and dropped a bunch of gift subs. So yeah, there you go, bud. I don't have any fancy emotes or anything too exciting, but you are more than welcome, Spectacle. Oh my god. That's this is how not to do it, folks. Thankfully, these zombies don't really do too much damage. There we go, we leveled up already. Because obviously at level 1, you don't need too much XP to level up. One thing with the leveling up, obviously, aside from the fact, as you would expect, you need more XP to... well, there might have been something there. And the, just sorry, let me just before I've gone that ramble. Listen to the music. Aside from the lighting outside. There you go, that's better. How cool is that? You like the emotes to your spectacle? Actually happy. All right, excellent, cool. I'm glad you do. Yeah, Sleepmake. I'm sure we'll get on that at some point, buddy. Phoenix, thank you for being here, buddy. You take care of yourself. Why is my chat box so small? It's because we're on browser now rather than the app. I don't know why they got rid of that. But thank you for being here, Phoenix. I hope work goes okay for you, bud. And of course, there's got to have bats. But yeah, the music in this game is so varied, atmospheric, and superb. I think they released a version of the game with the soundtrack on a CD, and I think you're looking at hundreds of dollars to get a second-hand copy of that version of the game, at least. So yeah, as I was saying, the leveling up, obviously, as you would expect, there's $25 there, which is actually gold. In your menu, it's called gold, but in the the little icon for it is a dollar sign. So, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you need more XP every level, but monsters. So let's do a little experiment. There you go. So we're at 203 XP. Let's head back through and kill a single zombie. There we go. 200. So that gave us 3 XP killing that zombie. When we hit level 3, that zombie will give us less XP. So it's not like you can just grind and fight random crappier enemies. Essentially, the way it works out is it's kind of no point in grinding in this game. Unless you get to like the very end, then there is some potential for that. But to start with, at least, there's no point in grinding at all, I feel. But obviously, you've got to kill what you come across, don't you? Within reason. Right, that's blocked off there. So, like any Metroidvania, it's a case of exploring, looking around at everything, and slowly progressing your way through. And there's always plenty of secrets around. Okay, we've got a pot roast. That's cool. I don't know what that was doing there. One thing that I found a little bit janky, to use items, you need to literally equip it in your hand, and then you use it. I've also got a potion there as well. So who placed that in that wall there? I don't know, but that's fine. My God, it's been. I wonder how long it's been since I last played this. Several years, but it's one of those games that you kind of come back and play every now and then. So I must have played it at least through, like at least half a dozen times. Oh, there we go. We've got turkey as well. Who's placing these around? Oh.
Alucard, what is your business here?
I've come to put an end to this.
It's death. It's the Grim Reaper.
Still befriending mortals. Thank you.
Oh, Tomo. Hey, Tomo, yeah, we've changed schedules slightly. I'll tell you all about that in a second. How you doing, bud?
I asked you to return to our side, but I demand you cease your attack.
I will not.
So yeah, this is Death, the Grim Reaper. Not outside of the metaphysical realm. Not only is he a real entity, he is also subservient to Dracula. That should give you some kind of idea of Dracula's standing in the Castlevania universe. The Grim Reaper works for him. And now he's like, yo, Alucard, bro, jog on. Go away, mate, because it ain't going to end well for you if you don't. And Alucard's like, no. I'm here to give my dad a bitch slap. I wonder if part of that appeals to me. I don't have any angst against my dad, but also I don't really have a relationship with him. So, but Tomo, thank you so much for the sub there. I appreciate that, buddy.
You shall regret those words. We will meet again.
What? So basically, Death, the Grim Reaper, just stole all of our equipment. I think we still have our, we still got our turkey and pot roast and potion. But all of our other equipment, he's just been like, no, I'm taking that, buddy. So now we've got a fist. Now, it looks like Alucard's pretty handy with punching people, so... I always loved that. I was like, okay, what? What? I was, because you're kind of not expecting it, and then suddenly you're, you're like, oh, okay. I had like really nice sword and shield, and now I'm punching things. But it gives you that RPG element where you start with nothing and you've got to like build up, which is, very satisfying. If we look at the map, this is directly above where Death was just talking to us. There is something down there, but I don't believe you can get to it at the moment. I could be wrong. Yeah, did you think we'd be punching a skeleton today? I didn't. Well, actually, I knew, but yeah, there we go. So we got a weapon, a short sword, and it shows you the stats there. So it's like 2 extra points of damage over the punch. Obviously, it swings slower a little bit than the punch, so just because something the stats are better doesn't necessarily matter. It's kind of like I guess like Dark Souls or something like that in that regard. Where it's not necessarily just about... that's blocked off. We'll have to come at that from the other side. It's not necessarily just about, the stats. It's like how usable the weapon is. Okay, we've got another weapon. Not hanging around here. Yeah, well, bless you, Tom. I appreciate that. So, yeah, just give you the quick rundown. I won't go on the full spiel, Tomo. So yeah, we are doing 1 until 4 my time. Then we're taking a 2-hour break and then doing our regular 6 until 10 stream in the evening. But of course, you're always welcome here anytime, buddy. And are you all right? I hope life has been treating you well, Tomo. Bless Seven. That's because you're always doing something, which is cool. Ah, here we go. These are the save points in the game. Very, very reminiscent of Super Metroid. If you were to die, like any good retro game, you're getting put back to your previous save point. So you want to save frequently. It does also give you the advantage of fully healing your hit points. I don't think it heals your hearts, but and sorry, I didn't even mention the top left there. You can see that's 72. That's his hit points. The 16 hearts, that is, you know, you just used to use this special weapon, which we don't actually have a special weapon at the minute. We'll get to that soon. And I believe the blue bar, the blue flashing bar, that is his magic gauge, which we don't have any magic at the minute either, but you shall see that soon. Oh, damn! So you presumably not been climbing on that. No, Tomo. I mean, I've not. This is my first stream back in about 3 weeks. But we will be streaming Saturdays. That is part of our regular schedule. And that is only. I forgot to mention this. Obviously, I'm still in halfway through Borderlands 3 with Steph Babies and Casual Mer, my good friends. We've been on and off on that game for like several months. That's still the priority for the late stream on Saturdays. That depends on them. So just, you know, I owe it to them and the channel to just get that wrapped up just for posterity and, well, for fun of hanging out with them. But then we'll move on to we'll go whatever the regular stuff is in the future of that. Cube of Zoe. Who is Zoe? And what is this cube of hers? That is our very first relic, I believe. There we go. Automatically turns it on. Causes items to materialize. Well, thank you so much, Zoe, for your cube. That literally, I think it just meant that items don't drop from monsters, apart from those 2 weapons we'd picked up. Oh yeah, speaking of weapons, look at the red rust. Okay, it's a 2-handed sword, which does less damage than his fist. It's got that weird RPG thing where you get, not every item is actually useful. Yeah, no, indeed, Tomo, indeed. You must be missing it though. You go. Oh, you. You're going anyway. Well, just take it easy, buddy. Take it easy. That's what I'll say. Right, here we go. Heading into the castle is extensive to say the least, and split up into various areas. On the map, it's all one and the same thing, and I guess that was like the entrance section. Now we're just heading into a new section, the alchemy laboratory. Not really matters, but cool. Got level up off that skelly. Ooh. Hide cuirass. Excellent. It's got some armor. That's literally given us 2 points of defense. So we'll take it. Oh. So these red skellies, they come back to life after a second, and all enemies respawn every single screen you transition from. Worth noting. Oh, should be able to. Never mind. I was trying to avoid damage from that, but there we go. And we've got a shield now as well. Obviously, you need to equip it. So shields give you defense just by equipping them, but obviously you can certain attacks you can block. I find that shields are not like well, they're not useful, but I find as the game goes on, I kind of like use them less and less. Oh yeah, cool. Safe point. I was wondering which way I was going then. I didn't know. Yeah, obviously, look, Tomo, no one knows your own self and your own body better than you do, so just don't push yourself, bud. That's all I'm saying. Just go light. Yeah, we can't get up there at the minute. So these red skellies, they don't actually give you any XP, which is a bit of a problem. There we go. We've got this guy's axes. I love that he's like, he cries out in pain after he's already dead. Gotta appreciate that. Ah, I think that's just linked back up there, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so I think we're on track. I don't think there's... so you can get up that way somehow. Yeah, I don't think we can at the minute. So if you look at the map there, so you've got area at the start of the game. You've got one little section on that room there. You've got... So obviously 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different places from the start of the game where we could go and look at stuff that leads somewhere that it might just be an item or something that we can't actually get to at the minute. That's what we're dealing with here. Yo, video game fangirl, how are you? Are you all right? Are you on the Final Fantasy 15 at the minute? I'm very well, thank you for asking. I think there might be something down there. Yeah. There we go, hit point increases. So not only do your stats, your hit points and your hearts increase by leveling up, there are also items to find that give you a direct boost to those as well anyway. So you've got this secrets hidden everywhere, and I don't know where everything is. I'm sure there's stuff in the game that I've never even found, honestly. Look at that. But a lot of it I'm somewhat aware of. There you go, and that's a permanent heart increase. You have to go, just run around attacking things. Noah! What there, Noah? How you doing? Welcome in. There we go, that's our first special weapon there. It's just a dagger. Which, 1 heart to use. It's just a very fast, direct, straightforward attack. The dagger's pretty good, but I feel there's better choices. We'll see in a moment. Excellent, no, I'm pleased to hear that, bud. Yeah, I need to use my shield properly, don't I? Right, resist thunder. Some of the naming conventions of the items are not great. So it's literally a thunder resistance potion. Very, very specific. Probably not needed, honestly. Oh, the music, though. It's excellent. But yes, video game fangirl Noah. I'm very well. Thank you for being here, guys. How's life treating you? Is it good? What a strange creature. There we go, it's gone. Oh. Whoa! Okay, hang on. There we go. That's how we get up here. Oh! Right. Right, so I don't know if we want to be going this way, but might be something back there. That's the thing, for all the times I've played this, I never remember exactly which the right way to tackle things is. There we go, got a cloth cape out of it. Excellent. That's slightly confusing. So that's your cape slot, but it's got the same icon next to it, next to your accessory slots. slightly annoying. And that literally just gives us a point of defense and a point of constitution. So, of course, we want to equip that. And you notice it changes the colour of it, of his actual cape. So he was already wearing a cape, but graphically, but in terms of the stats, he wasn't. Which is, I mean, is what it is, isn't it? Moving on. Oh. Oh, poisoned. That's not good. Let's see, the dagger is not doing that much damage. I assume it's doing some damage there. God, these ones are extra trunky for some reason. I wonder if it's because we're poisoned, we just do like a lot less damage. I think that's what it might be, honestly. You see Alucard's got glowing slightly. It's very hard to tell, actually. There doesn't seem to be too much I can do about it at the minute. Watch out for these foul creatures. Now, can you, I don't know if we could get down there. Seemingly not. And go this way? Yeah, there we go. Save as often as you can, folks. So I'm just trying to get a decent position here. There we go. I think I've got it. I think this is the position. I'll sit centrally. As much as possible, at least. Right, that is the axe. I'm not really a fan of the axe. So the axe, it's a larger, not massively, but rather than the dagger being a very thin, you know, it doesn't take up much space. It's like hitbox. It's quite small. The axe is a lot chunkier, but it does like some weird slow looping arc in front of Alucard. I probably should just shown you there, but I don't really want to lose the dagger, honestly. Right, and then we've got a door. It's magically sealed. So, sort of going back this way. The music's so good. Much more to come. Okay, yeah, I could show you. See that? Not only that, it uses, each axe uses 2 hearts rather than the one on the dagger. So I personally prefer the dagger. What have we here? Looks ominous, doesn't it? Excellent. Well, thank you for being here, Noah. I appreciate it. How's Dead by Daylight going? I've got, I know people are obsessed with it. It's very well regarded. I've got close friends who play it quite a lot, and they bloody love it. Oh, hello. Right, this is essentially the first boss here, folks. Bring some more daggers. Alright, defeated one of these. See, they were kind of working in tandem there. He just lost his spear. Very, very easy first boss. And double level up from him. And maximum hit points on top of it. Very simple, very straightforward. I did rinse all of my hearts to to do that. That's fine. It's not a problem at all. It looks like, again, even in this room, there's something up here above us to the right, but Can't get up there at the minute. Now, some of you who are familiar with 2D platformers might be thinking, wait, is there a double jump? Yes, there is a double jump coming up. We just don't have it at the moment. Blood! It's wild. Which way? This way first? I think this might be connecting to a point we were at before. Sunglasses. Now, you know, anyone who wears sunglasses indoors are a little bit sus. They're either trying to cover the fact that they're high or they're too cool for school. Either way is fine. I'm not judging. But if you're half vampire, it might not be a terrible thing to go for. Description. Cool looking sunglasses. So they give you an extra point of defense, but they actually lower your intelligence by a point. Decide, make of that what you will. But for now, as we don't really have any magic, we're going to go for the extra defense. And with nothing else to put in that slot anyway, so it makes sense, I feel. Oh, this music. Okay. Shoot that loaded cannon, that wall. Ah, okay. We've just picked up a Basilard, which I believe is like a dagger. Basic short sword. So it does one less point of attack than our short sword. But I believe... yeah, it looks more like a dagger. But look how quickly it attacks. Yes, it's got less range on it, but... a far, far more DPS. Right, and that is back to where we were before. So, really, we want to head back up this way. Balthier! How you doing, Balthier? You alright, bud? You've been eating lots of scrummy, delicious food. As I would expect nothing less of you, Balthier. Thank you for sharing your pictures on the Conflux. I do enjoy seeing what you've been nomming recently. This is the new and improved Iznib Show. First episode of season 2. Welcome on in, bud. I hope you're keeping well. Yeah, I mean some drugs, but that's I guess it. Oh, now it's not the place for drug talk, but that's Patreon only. Did you, Tomo? Do you want to? What tattoo did you get? Do you want to? You certainly don't have to, but I would love to see pictures of it if you want to share it with us. But yeah, I'm all about that. You don't know one has to get tattooed, obviously. I do feel it's like a life experience. You know, arguably a minor one, but like everyone, just you can easily get a single tattoo. You don't have to. It can be like minor. It can be like no big thing. But did ya? Ah, oh, that's wonderful. Tomo, I'd love to see that, buddy, but don't feel pressured. You don't have to. He's like, I'm trying to do stuff here, Riz. I'm like, take a picture of your tattoo. Although you might have a picture already with which the artist has taken. But yeah, good on you, Tomo. You know how I feel about tattoos, so I respect it a lot. Right, this is another different special weapon here. Interesting. It's a little bouncy dart thing, which seems cool, but it's only good. Obviously, we saw how it worked in, like, you know, confined spaces like this corridor. otherwise, it's kind of really not very good, in my opinion. Right, right, it's in this room. We can go up or down. I think this all links up, actually, so... That wasn't good. Oh, no. Poisoned. I don't think I have anything to remove poison in a minute, which is most unfortunate. As you can see, it severely reduces your attack power. But I want to try and jump up there with him, but can't really do that while he's... There we go, let's go for it. Oh, let's try and kill this thing. There we go. Very annoying creatures. There are far, far more annoying enemies coming up, though. No, Balthier. At the minute, I'm seeing if anyone wants to come on as a producer on the Patreon, and then they will basically get to decide what we do here. Essentially, within reason, choosing from the master list. So yeah, I mean, both of those series are on the master list, but no, we're just playing this today because it's an old favourite of mine. It's, you know, it's fairly casual just to get back into the swing of things. But we're not going to be doing the whole series or anything. Okay, the Marble Gallery. I think I want to go and check out the rest of that room back there before we head into the Marble Gallery. We just missed the awesome music, but that's fun. Okay, and this is even weirder. You literally just throw salt on the floor. Yeah, I've never been able to get along with that. A potion, excellent. This is what we wanted. So I think that's the entirety of that room. Okay. So yeah, is over to the Marble Gallery. Let's go. So yeah, until such time anyone decides to come on as a producer, I'm probably just going to be doing random shorter games. No big games, no big series, and we'll take it from there. Now this is the holy water. You throw it like in a little arc like that, and just in front of you, and it burns for a second. This is probably overall my most used and favourite special weapon. A lot of people prefer the dagger or the axe, and there's others coming up. There's a Bible and the cross. I'll demonstrate them as we come across them. But my favourite is is definitely holy water. No, he's trying to give us his axe there. So, oh, sorry, I should use my shield. So I often forget about that we've even got a shield, but it's what it is. Yeah, that is the Mega Man series is also on the list. It's probably not something I would prioritise. And I don't know if there's a whole series. Well, maybe I've just got Mega Man X to get me started, but I know it's very beloved, isn't it? Okay, so we'll stick with the holy water for now, I think. Let me, okay, now we're going to check down here before we head through that way. Music's so cool. You see that little table coming out? Got some barley tea from it. How nice. Cool barley tea. So that, along with the turkey and the pot roast, they're basically just healing items. They do the same as a potion, although I believe the potions are stronger than food. And it's relative, so I think a turkey will heal you quite a lot, maybe as much as a potion, whereas the barley tea will just do it, you know, do a little bit. They're all one use, and for the most part, you can only get one of each. So that turkey, as soon as we eat that, that's it, it's gone forever. So you kind of want to do your best to avoid using any healing items you possibly can, and try and save them towards the end of the game, if at all possible. So that is, it's not an option. The issue for that, Balthier, is I don't know how practical it would be for me to set up the stream in the kitchen. I don't think it would be, honestly, unfortunately. So it's not currently an option, but it's not completely off the table for the far future. Maybe season 3, we shall see. Is that right, Balthier? Yeah, interesting. That you're familiar with Mega Man, where it's like not. It was never really a thing over here. I never knew anyone who played Mega Man growing up. Okay, I've done with the dagger. We'll stick the holy water, please. I've seen some people. They're like, rather than walk through the game, they'll do that because it's technically slightly quicker. But I think it looks ridiculous. Not to do that, not to dodge an attack. To dodge an attack is cool AF, but you know, to go through the whole game like that, it's like, what are we doing here, folks? And there is a shop in a bit. You see what is. You're probably thinking, oh, what's all the money for? Yes, we can spend it. Otherwise, it a bit silly if you couldn't, wouldn't it? Yeah, see this stuff up there that you can't get to yet. I have to remember that. I'll try to. Most stuff you remember because there'll be like a gap on your map you try and uncover. But that, I've technically already uncovered it, so we shall see. But 100% in the game, which I'm going to try and go for, to me, just means uncovering the map, basically. If we miss items, I'm not really too fussed about that. Although I'll definitely try to remember what we can. Yeah, and there's stuff up there as well. Oh, look at this freaky creature. A floating mannequin. Clumsy. Killed it. Got a smart potion. What's that? Let's have a look at that. Temporary raises intelligence. Okay, that's cool. We'll hang on to that. Thank you for the lurk time, I appreciate that, bud. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, look. Count Dracula, look where he lives. Look at his place. Do you know what I mean? It kind of just makes sense that he, you know, have some money floating around. Cool. Level up. What level are we now? Level 7. Okay, that's cool. And again, stuff up there. So I have to remember to come back to this whole section, this whole room here. Once we have the ability to move around a bit better. The noises, right? Spirit Orb. Excellent. I believe this is our second relic. Shows enemy damage. Oh, okay, cool. You can turn it off if you want, but it's you know, you probably see the numbers on Alucard when he takes damage. Now we get to see the numbers on the enemies as well, so you can kind of like better judge how much damage different attacks are doing. You know, some people might turn it off. I personally like it. How are we doing on for time? Okay. Wonder if I should at the very least, Sky. I wonder if I should. I'm in an hour in, guys. So we are due to finish the stream in 40 minutes, and then we'll take a 2-hour break and then come back for another 4-hour stream. I'm wondering if going forward I should actually do 4 then 3. I don't know. I don't know what the best to do is. I need that little break though, because that's going to be my time to literally go and get food and tidy up. So then when I finish the later stream, I haven't got to worry about eating. I haven't got to worry about cleaning up and stuff. I can just chill for like a couple of hours before I have to go to bed. Oh, got a big boy. And Shield the Shield does nothing against him. We just whack him with some holy water. There we go. So hopefully you saw the somewhat saw the effectiveness of the holy water there. It burns that green flame on the floor. And although it was doing very little damage at the time, just then, it's constant. So you're hitting for like 1 or 2 points of damage, but with the space of time that it's there, if you land it right on them and they stay stood in it, for slow moving enemies like that, absolutely perfect. Probably why it's my favourite, because it's usually going to be slow moving chunky boys like that are, you know, the things that are going to kind of be of the most difficulty. And I find not every boss, because every boss is different, but a lot of bosses it is also pretty useful against. Oh, Balthier. 1580. 6. Yeah, you could level up on these little things for a little bit if you wanted, if you're inclined to. You probably saw that green money bag there, giving us $250. I mean gold. So yeah, look where we are now. So that we've come quite a way from the entrance of the castle, gone along quite a bit, back up on ourselves, over the top, and now we're heading back down. I'm sure you probably already noticed the red dots as well. The red rooms are they are our save points in case you need to backtrack to get to one. Yeah, dagger's good, but again, we'll stick with the holy water. Oh, be careful on this lad. Oh. Oh no! He just died. That's quite tragic. Balthier. Ah, let us go out this evening for pleasure. The night is still young. Not Alucard though, he's deaded. So thankfully our save point wasn't too far ago. Long ago. Yeah. Okay, we only lost like 2 minutes. Or 5 minutes. 10 minutes. Oh yeah, it's blocked off up there, wasn't it? Yeah, I'll just be Just need to be a bit careful of fighting the chunky guys. Balthier, I do wonder something. Have you looked up Dracula jokes? is this all on the fly? Oh. Oh dear. Did I check through this way? Oh yeah, that's the way we have to go, isn't it? I need to get my relic first. There we go. What's your opinion, Cage, on sliding through the game? Like me, do you think it's silly? Fair enough, Balthier. You got you quick off the mark, sir. I'll give you that. There we go, chunky boy coming up. There we go. Although kind of a bit trickier to use that on the large flying dude coming up, but I just have to be a bit more careful with avoiding his attacks. I mean, you could easily farm this area for that 250 gold, but I'm just less inclined to do that, honestly. Oh. Well, they could argue that in this instance the dagger would be more useful. Probably not just walk into him like that. Whoa! There we go, got him, and level up. Chonky boy. That could have not ended well. Also, you're not a fan. Yeah, the enemies do make weird. There's a lot of weird sound effects in this game. I'll definitely say that. No, I do, Balthier, but like I say, I'm not inclined to. I'd rather just press on. And I do think when we get to the store, the shop in a bit, we're not going to have enough money to buy anything we really need, but you know, I don't care. That's the thing. Even if you decide to grind for XP, we might be able to, like, in 5 minutes, maybe get 2 or 3 levels off those little creatures. But then you get to the point where they'll give you 1 XP, and you'll need, like, 500 or 1,000 XP to level. So it's like, you can't, you know, it stops you going too crazy grinding. Now look at this. We've gone all the way around, and now we're back to the beginning, basically. That has given us access to that over there, though. A shield potion. Let's have a look. Probably does what it says. Temporarily raises defense. I mean, yeah. I could have probably guessed that. So I think, does that just drop down there? I don't think I can drop down there, can I? Just drop me, there's definitely something there, but I think that angle's a bit too steep, and I don't think there's enough space to jump that. Unless I'm mistaken. Let's confirm. No, let's save the game first. Let's get a free heal, in case I do something stupid. I'm going to have to do that bit again. So yeah, in terms of grinding, I went not a bit spoilerish. You should be fine to get through the whole game without grinding at all. One thing I do like to do to make the final boss a little bit easier is there is in fact like one particular spot you can go to just before the final boss. I don't know why I did that. It's supposed to be going left. I don't think you can. There's space to jump across there though. I think it's a little bit too far without the double jump. That's fine. Let me try that again. Okay, so when we're going left, yeah, there's not enough space to jump down anyway. Right, okay, let's decide where we're going now then. I think everything else is blocked off. Unless it's back up the way we came. I think that was where the previous save point was. I think it might be. This is just essentially opened up a shortcut for later in the game. I could be mistaken. This goes to show, this might say something about me, or something about the game, in fact. In that, oh, I don't need to use hearts at the minute, do I? 69 maximum hearts, that's what we're set on. There you go. Just wanted to kill him. Probably gave some decent XP. Yeah, so I think it's back up to the top right there. This has just opened up a bit of a shortcut for us later. So yeah, I don't remember. That's like how well I know the game, but don't really know the game, if that makes sense. I know what we need to do, but I don't know what we need to do at any given moment. Oh. Oh my god. Cheeky skellies. There we go. See, I just assumed that they couldn't attack directly below, but we learn something new every day. Oh, yeah, big boy. Oh, neutron bomb? I beg your pardon? Damages all enemies, okay. So, as it's a one use. See, a bomb? Yeah, a neutron bomb? What the... I mean... No, there's no naming conventions in this. It's just everything is just what it is. Let's put it that way. So I think hopefully in our very near future we'll get a double jump, which kind of just opens everything up that much more. So I hope this is the right way to go. We'll soon find out. You think I should? You're not the only one who said that, Balthier. Professor Sean mentioned that as well, but I mean, it's not on the list, but it can be. That's the thing. The producers can essentially add anything they want to the list. So you know, we'll have to wait and see what the future holds. If I were to play it again, Balthier, I'll definitely play it on easy, and I'll probably skip a load of dialogue because it's a lot of the side quests and stuff are kind of pointless in my opinion. Yeah, here we go. Let's throw it ahead and look at these little guys. I think they're literally called flea men. I'm pretty sure.
Wait a moment.
Oh, hello.
You seem human, and yet, what do you here?
What do you here? You mean to... Maria, you mean to say what are we doing here? What do you here? He's not asking what he can hear. He's asking what he's doing here. What do you... It's trying to be like ye olde English, isn't it?
I've come to destroy this castle.
With my neutron bomb.
We have the same purpose.
Oh.
I'll trust you for now. I'm Maria. Who are you?
Alucard.
Not the talkative type, I can see. Well, perhaps we'll meet again. If you live that long.
Yep.
Farewell.
He's very confident. Interesting. So yeah, this is an interesting room. Aside from the clock there. So these statues, there's one on the left and one on the right. I believe they move when times gets to a certain time, and I think it just changes as you like zone in and out. Let me just do a little test, shall we? No, okay. So I don't know what, I can't remember exactly how the function of that is. Not to mention there's if we have some ability to fly later, there is we can head straight up, and I believe we can head below where we are as well. So this is kind of like a very central place in the castle here. We've just got to. No, nobody has at the moment. Balthier. The only other person who mentioned it was Professor Sean. So you know. Oh. Okay, just kind of moves randomly after so many ticks, but we need the double jump to get up there, so remember that. Okay, so I need to stop. See, some of these might have money, but it's kind of pointless if you because most of them have hearts. And if you sat on full hearts, it's kind of exceptions being something like that looks a little bit sus. Now that looks sus over there, but looks like I can't get up there without the double jump. Same as that. So who's this mysterious Maria character? She seems human. And apparently she claims that she's here to destroy Dracula, just as Alucard is. Another special weapon. Interesting, the Bible. It does a bit of that. And it's pretty good. Because it's kind of like almost like a shield around you. Does reasonable damage, but again, it's high up there on the list. It's very usable. More of a defensive measure, but overall, I think I can make more use of the holy water. There'll be a situation coming up at some point where, I might regret that. Not regret it, but wish I had the Bible. See if we can do something about that. Clearly, there's somewhere to go down there, but we can't go there in a minute. 71. I was checking out max hearts there. No worries. Ah, you are a fan of it, Scoo. I thought you would have played it. Yeah, it's like that, isn't it? It's it doesn't feel like it's been that long since I last played it, but now I'm playing it, it does feel like it's. I wonder if it's because we're streaming. It has a different vibe to it. But I don't know it well enough to know exactly where we're going every step of the way. Which I guess is cool. So it's like I'm reliving it as well. Not sure if I want to go above or below. Let's try this way first. Oh, clumsy. Right, got another leather shield there. Might be able to sell that. Ah, there we go. Magically sealed door. Okay. Never want to come back to that. Now, Scoo, are you a fan of the series, or is it just this game in particular? So I'm definitely in that second category. Now, I have played some of, like, Lords of Shadow. There's some Castlevanias released on the Xbox 360. I think I've played those. But it's kind of a very different game. A freaky creature. Some kind of like... Sorry, I'm trying to give you a better look at that. I think there's another one in there. It's got a plant-like lizardy thing with a lady for a tail. Yeah, look at that. Oh. Oh, watch the damage though. Pretty freaky. Look how it explodes to pieces. We'll do a better job of not taking damage here, but... Right, that's another place you can farm money as well. I wonder if it's worth it. Yeah, so that's 250. I just want to see, right, 280. How many XP you get for killing these things? Oh. I do not want to get hit by those little skulls. Got 50 XP for that plant, weird freaky plant. They're not too tough though. So if you get hit by one of those skulls, they it petrifies you, which is interesting. You have to essentially rock the control stick back and left and right to unpetrify yourself. It's a little bit awkward, especially if you're on the platforming section. Right, made to the outer wall. Look at that. Oh, on the far side of the castle now. Oh, I got a zircon. Sparkling ring. Saleable. So it literally is to sell. It has no stats or anything. Can't get up there or up there yet. Oh, it seems to be raining outside. Oh. Oh, the music. Oh. Don't know if I'm ready for this. Fair scoop. Yeah, you know far more than I do then. Bro, your artwork is it's rather interesting. What that comic you're doing? Are you planning on like putting it out somewhere? Be interested to see like the finished result. Here we go. Got another boss. Hopefully, I'll be all right for this. Oh, okay. Fighting ourselves here. And it's a little tricky. I will probably want to not get stuffed in the corner here. Getting slapped around. I might just eat some food. In fact, I don't know if I'm gonna. I've got 1 hit point, so I don't know if I'll be able to do this in time. Balls. Hopefully, it wasn't too long ago that we saved that. If you know the game, you should be able to get through the game without dying. You should be able to. We shall see. We're deep into this. I'm in 2 minds whether to keep going for an extra hour or oh no, that is definitely the wrong save file. Oops. Let's exit the game. It shouldn't be showing stuff there. Oh, there we go. That's fine. Sorry about that. I assumed it would default to our correct save file. There we go. Silly me. Right, where are we at? Yeah, we made it back up here. We're going the other way. Okay. Okay, so it's just before we met Maria, which is kind of annoying, but that's my fault. But it's all good. I guess we should probably stick to
Wait a moment. You
I was
seem
planning on.
human, and yet, what do you here?
I've come to destroy this castle.
What do you here?
Then we have the same purpose. I'll trust you
Yeah,
for
House
now.
of the, I never played Time
I'm
Crisis
Maria.
Balthier, but
Who are you?
House of Dead was. I played it on
Alucard.
a sort of
Not the
version on the Wii.
talkative type, I
Very,
can
very
see.
fun.
Well, perhaps we'll meet again. If you live that long. Farewell.
You got publisher meeting tomorrow, Scoo. My God, bro, good on ya. That's amazing. Well, let us know how it goes, sir. Yeah, I don't want that. Although the Alucard's doppelganger there, the holy water didn't seem to be that useful, did it? mean, it was when I actually managed to hit him, but... Before we head over there, though, I'm going to... I'm going to head in the other direction and see if there's maybe like a new weapon or something down below. Which we do I check both ways here? Yeah, magically sealed door. Now, unfortunately, those doors do not appear on your map, I don't think. No, they do not. I can't remember exactly what it is we need to open them. It might just be a relic, I think. Like, once you get a certain relic, then they're all just unlocked. That's what I was going to check, so... It's 22 XP. Yeah, it's not worth grinding on these creatures for XP. Oh, although if you kill those two, that allows you to get this money here just coming up. Or 3. Lovely 250 gold there. It's an option if I feel we need to. I'll avoid it for now, though. I like that the plant screams. Well, I say like it's kind of disturbing, really. Dude, that's so cool. That's really rather cool. I don't feel that the axe is going to be that more useful, unfortunately. But what we will do is head down the outer wall before we head up. Oof. That's dangerous. Oh my god. This dude is got quite the defense on him. I don't think you can hit me here. Oh, apart from when I'll stand up like that. I just wanted to check how much XP. 2003. Oh! He utterly yeeted us there. Oh my god. How embarrassing. Alright, okay. I see. Right, we're coming up to the end of the first part of our stream, so let's jump over here for a minute. Deaded. Yeah, Scotty. Absolutely deaded. So, I'll get back up to that point in my 2-hour break, I guess. It's going to be weird, like, rushing around, sorting out, Sean!
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. 18 months? My God. I deserve you, my dear. How are you doing? It's been an age. So it goes. We're not really... We're going to be back in 2 hours, Sean. So here's my new schedule. Is we do a 3-hour stream, which is just ending now. I'll let you do the maths there. And then I'll take a 2-hour break, get my food and tidy up, clean up out of the way. And then come back for our kind of our regular time. Well, I'm not surprised you're tired, my dear. It's you do work a lot. So now, how you doing, Sean? How's your stream going? Is everything all right? I hope you're well. But you're all right aside from tired. That's what's important. Yeah. That's Scoo. That's really cool, bud. You let me know how that goes. But Sean, thank you so much for the resub there. I do greatly appreciate that. So guys, that's the beginning of Symphony of the Night. A couple of silly deaths there. It's because I don't. That's what I'm talking about. I remember the game and I've played it through like half a dozen times, but I don't remember that enemy attack like that. Obviously, we're not really meant to be fighting him at this particular juncture, but I'll in fact, if I get time, I could just once I've eaten, I could just grind that money in preparation. I think there's definitely things you get from the store that you can't get anywhere else. We shall see. Yeah, Scoo, and that's the thing. You only live once. You've got to make the most of it. So if you've got a talent, if you've got a passion, if you've got something you want to do, if you don't try and do it as best you can, you're only going to end up regretting it, I feel. Yeah, definitely. Well, I hope so, Scoo, but no pressure if something else comes up. Oh. Have you done all 6 of them now, Sean? That's so freaking cool. And I assume you would consider them superior to the originals? Or just different, better? Twitch is giving you connection issues. Now, does that seem to be on your end? Because it's seemingly I've not streamed in 3 weeks now. This is the first one back, and everything seems. It's almost like I've not gone anywhere. Here we are, back, kicking ass. So I don't know, but yeah, if any assistance I can lend Sean, you just let me know, and I'll do what I can, as best as I can. Yeah, Screw, that's the way to do it. You know, don't be like a crazy person about it. But interesting, Sean. So, did you get your desktop before the apartment building's internet was upgraded, or did the internet upgrade happen first? And have you managed, or did it literally happen at the same time? And if it was separate, have you ascertained which of the two it would be? So if it's your computer, I would imagine especially if it's an upgrade, that shouldn't be an issue. But maybe like there's some setting or something is missing that needs to be looked at. Your internet upgrade for your building, that if it's an upgrade, that shouldn't be an issue. If anything, the connection should be better, right? But who knows if they've missed something on their end. Okay, Metapod's been having issues. How curious. So it could even be that it's not related to your new computer. It's not related to your new internet. Okay, the point you're trying to make is you've got a brand new, better PC and you've got brand new, better internet. So there's no reason why you should be having connection issues. Got ya. Isaac's having problems as well. How bloody weird. So what does it seem to be? Does it not let you go live, or do you go live and then like your connection cuts out, and on all of your own internet, your Wi-Fi and everything seems to be fine? How bloody weird. I'll have to have a little look for that, Sean. See if there's any. I guess people must be talking about it online somewhere. So it's, I mean, on one hand, I guess it's some consolation that it's not just you. I feel that when an issue like that arises, if it's just you, if it's a you problem, that's far more debilitating, I feel, personally, than if the same issue is being experienced by other people. Frame drop rate, okay. 10 frames per second at random times. And then it's like persists for the stream. And now, is it happening consistently to the point where you're not streaming, or you kind of expect it to happen every time you stream? And you've seen loads of this as well, Scoo. What is going on? Now, for the past 3 hours we've streamed, I haven't seen any issues myself. I don't think you guys have mentioned any issues. But maybe we're just having a good day. Maybe we're going to get the same BS. I do hope not. But I'm sorry to hear that, Sean, and I'm sorry to hear that everyone else is dealing with it. I'll see what I can if I can find anything out about it. But let me go through the thank yous for the first half of today's stream. Again, thank you to Lunar Droid and Catastrophe for the follows off stream during my 3-week break. That's pretty cool. Thank you to the Gaming Avengers for the resub, Squidge for the resub, Bio for 5 gift subs. That's very kind of him. Slick Mick for the resub, Tomo for the resub, and Professor Sean for the resub. Thank you so much, guys. Don't deserve it, but I'll gladly take it. Any support you can sling at me is greatly appreciated. Almost every stream. But then there's... Okay, so there's you and lots of other streamers who are suffering with it. It's kind of suggesting it's a Twitch problem. But then there's loads of other streamers who are having no issues at all. And presumably it's not even a location-based thing. I'll have to have a little look, Sean. Okay, excellent. Perfect. Yeah, you do that, Sean. I'll definitely keep an eye out myself as well. Friend of yours, friend of mine. But yeah, that's the way to do it. You know, because what can we small streamers do? If you find someone smaller than you, and then you can just like give them a few raids, and just like and through that maybe just get them a few follows. Just give them a little confidence boost, isn't it? But yeah, and you say I helped you, Sean. I literally done nothing. I did nothing. I just raided you one day because, right? I don't think anyone directed us at you. I don't think so. You tell me, my dear. I think I just was looking for people who were playing the Final Fantasy, and I was like, there we go. Professor Sean, they sound cool. The rest is history. And try and double down where you can. But yeah, I need to get some food in the oven, and then eat that, and then tidy up from that, and then we'll take it from there. And then I'll be back 2 hours from now with part 2 of the stream. So we need to quickly go and raid out on somebody. This is funny and weird that we can raid people this early in the day. We've got a few options here. We should go for... Twisty there. Dr. Twisticles, Slurpee. Serpent Hunter. Seba. Kitty. Walsh. Lupo. But I bloody love him. It's been an age since I've seen him. Yeah, this is true. This is true, Sean. But yeah, double down. I think it's pointless if you like raid. You know, if you raid like 1,000 different streamers once, I think you better to pick your top 100 of those and raid each of those 100 people 10 times. Does that make sense? You know, it's fun of the balance. You know, and it's also kind of pointless raiding the same person 1,000 times. Find the balance. On that note, I've never raided him because he's raided us because you know, he's in Indonesia, and he's you know, he finishes. This is nighttime. Skyfer, Sky. I bloody love him. Let's surprise him. Let's give him a little raid. I know it's been a while since I've seen him or spoken to him as well. See if I remember how to raid as well. Always helps. Oh my god. Thank you, Sky. I'll be back later if you're still around, buddy. Red Mage, how you doing, bro? We're just raiding out. But this is part of stream 1 of 2 today. So if you're around in 2 hours from now, Red Mage, we will be back. So how you doing, bud? So let me get this set up. Here we go. So we'll raid over to see Sky. I'll say hello for a minute. To make sure he's all right. And then I've got to get some food and tidy up and take care of some stuff. But Red Mage, how you doing, buddy? I hope you're all right, my friend. We can have a proper chat in 2 hours from now if you're around. But don't, yeah, because you've probably just like got back from work or something. But yeah, you're probably thinking, what the bloody hell? Yes, we're doing a 3-hour stream, 2-hour break, 4-hour stream. Well, thank you for stopping in, my friend. Lovely VIP. We'll see you in a bit, hopefully, dude. But no pressure. Let's go see Sky for now. Yes, wish you did. See you in a bit, bud. Thank you all for being here. You made my first stream back after 3 weeks. Bloody eventful and fantastic and wonderful. A massive amount of support as well. I'll be back in 2 hours. No pressure to be here. If you want to go do other things or you like split stream get a life, whatever. Anyway, let's go see Sky for now. He's playing Dark Souls 2. Doesn't even matter because Sky's wonderful. I'll see you all shortly. Get at me if you need me in the interim. I'll probably be around. Thank you very much, my lovelies. Take care.
You go. Iznib, hi! Wait, why did you end your stream early? Welcome in. Hi, Iznib. Hi, Raiders. Welcome in. How are you doing?